My sacred duty, most sacred duty as president, is to defend the people of our nation. That's whether it's from foreign nations or along a border. It's all defending our people and defending them properly and strongly and really rightly, justly.
What a day at the border it was yesterday for the president, for the entourage, for the Border Patrol. Pete Hegseth was live in a diner yesterday talking to the people. Today, he's talking to some of the experts in the San Antonio field office over in Texas. So, Pete, now we're finding out you're talking to some of the people that are making the decisions and seeing the chaos.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. So we were yesterday talking to the people. This morning we're in San Antonio. Yesterday we were about 4 hours south in McAllen, Texas. We were there when Air Force One arrived. President came off Air Force One, was greeted immediately by throngs of Border Patrol agents, ICE agents, their family members, supporters, all of which on camera and off camera when we talked to them, fully support this president. Many of them are not getting paid. They want to see the wall built. They believe, especially in the Rio Grande Valley sector, a wall is absolutely necessary. Now, the president then went to a round table and then straight to the Rio Grande, a bridge near the border, where he spoke with many of the agents there, including Raul Ortiz. He's the acting director of the Rio Grande Valley sector. It's about 500 miles of the border he's in charge of. They talked about the hard stats, the reality. And then the president asked about walls and fencing and whether they work. We had then had an opportunity to sit down with Raul Ortiz later in the day, ask him about that interaction and what he said to the president. Here's what the real expert says about walls and whether they work on the border. Listen.
We have two corridors in South Texas, our eastern corridor and our western corridor. Our eastern corridor, accounts for about 4% of our traffic, and on our western side, it accounts for about 96% of the traffic that comes through the Rio Grande Valley. Most of our fencing is on the eastern side. We have some technology over there that helps us out an awful lot. And it used to, back in the 90s, was the busiest area in the country.
Guys, the western side, where there is no wall, is where 90% of the foot traffic comes through. He's got 55 miles of fence. He told me he wants another 120 miles of fence in order to properly patrol his border. In the interaction with the president, he says they had alone 144 people come from countries other than Mexico and Central America yesterday. So the president was impacted by a lot of those statements, and I think being on the ground recognized that only by being there can you get a full flavor. Here's another part of my interview with Raul Ortiz, who talked about you got to be on the ground to get the facts. Listen.
Right now, we would like to see about another 120 miles of fencing in this sector alone. We've got 277 miles of river country. It winds an awful lot, but if we were able to get the infrastructure, a few more agents, and certainly the technology, I like our chances against the transnational criminal organizations out there. What I say to anybody who says that we don't need those things, come walk in my shoes.
Transnational criminal organizations went on to say he really appreciates this president, for the first time any president, willing to come down to the border, talk to the agents and the real experts. When I asked him, when I said, hey, critics of the president say that they've got experts that tell them that walls aren't necessary, he just laughed and said, I've never met these experts. Anyone who's been here knows you got to have a wall.
I know Ted Cruz and Senator John Cornyn were down there with him, too. And John Cornyn even said that. He said, I'd rather listen to the experts than those folks in Washington that think they know what's happening down here on the border, and they really don't.
And remember, Mark Morgan,
the disconnect is so blaring.
The former Border Patrol chief under President Obama, also says you need a fence. No one says it's a cure-all. They talk about the need for a border. Yep. What it does is you put sensors on these slats and on these fences. That'll give both sides what they want. You got technology as well as, at the very least, a delay of those coming here. Not all with evil intentions, some just looking to come here, but you just combine the both. That's what's so frustrating. This is not hard.
It's not hard at all. They taught us in infantry school how to do a basic defense. You need a barrier, and then you need overwatch of the barrier. Of course, everyone knows that wall doesn't save everything in every way. And if you free up the personnel, they can be at the ports of entry where most of the drugs come through as well, and they can focus more on that. Exactly. It's all common sense. It all feeds
Hey, I'll give you the best example yet, Pete. You ready for this? If you have a pen handy. You have a quarterback.
Okay.
He might be the best quarterback ever, but if you don't have an offensive line to delay the rush, you will not actually have a successful team. We need to delay the rush, if not stop the rush.
You must have been a sports guy before, Brian Kilmeade.
I just see the analogy. Thank you.
All right.
It's perfect. No, it's great. That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Doesn't mean you're not going to get sacked.
All right. Pete Hegseth live outside Border Patrol
very much.
HQ in San Antonio.